So I'm off to find an abandoned cemetery in North Georgia, and I think I have about half a mile to go on this before I get close to it. This isn't actual road. I think it's just an old service road that was put in much later. So I'll start back up when I get closer. Okay, about 20 minutes later, looks like I'm coming up on something. You can see the weather around me. It's cold. All the leaves are falling, except for what I'm walking up on is it's like new growth and full of green. Like those have not been there long, so maybe that's what I'm looking for. Is in there actually. Actually, yes, it is. I can see some markers off of there. Zoom way in, that one right there. We'll get there in a moment. Yeah, see, all of these are new. All of that's relatively new-ish. Well, a lot newer than, say, those trees. I don't know how fast these grow, but set up. Evergreens, 15, 20 feet high. Cone, Bart, 1948, and Marie, 1936. Chitwood, 57 and 34. That one's been repaired, put back together. Died 1907, I believe. John Cowan. This is Private David Keown, Company D, 28th Georgia Infantry, killed in action September 17th, 1862, Sharpsburg, Maryland, which is Civil War. And you can see the Confederate flag above his name there. That is Mary Keown. And in 1910, perhaps his wife. But interestingly enough, his name has an E in it, and this one does not. Huh. Oh. All the rest of them, let's see, this one does not have an E in it all either. Interesting. They misspelled his name. Oh, that's my assumption anyway. No. Oh no, wait a minute. Here's a John Keon. 28th Regiment, Georgia, Confederate Army, 1901, spelled with an E also. I don't know which one's correct. See. I know this spot's bigger than this. I can see some more back in there in that new growth. I'll get back in there eventually. So see if I can find down through here. Oh, some markers there. Wonder how many are covered up right in here just from years of nothing. It's because this tree is several inches in diameter. See what's over here. These two, so we can see. Can't read anything on either of them. Yeah, most of that is all new, and I can see markers in there. So here's that is marble. This is that. I don't. Nothing legible on either of them. Other of those pieces. There's a corner marker. Oh wow! I don't know if you can see all of this. This entire area right here is sunken in. Corner post. There probably was a fence right here. At some point, marking off an area. Yeah, you see that those rocks there are all, the entire section is sunk in. Yeah, the ground here is a bit treacherous, only because of the right at my feet there. That is a marker of some sort broken off. There's another one with the green on it. Oh, okay. And I turn around and see all of that way there. We'll get there. There's a lot of them out through there. Down this little hill. Let's see what we have over here. John Tidwell, 1941. James Tidwell and Susie Tidwell, both in 1926. And that one says mother and father. So, tell you, pretty sure that tree wasn't here when they were buried. And you can see the size of that tree now. So, yeah, I think we're in the Tidwell section because there's George R. Tidwell. And that is another one. Tidwell. Cold out here. Oh, I'm literally tripping over pieces that you can barely see. Unfortunately, try to do my best not to for that, but sometimes you can see that part. See that section right there with the wall around it. We'll get to that eventually. See, I don't know. When I see things like that, that's just a rock. But then I see sections like that, and you don't know. You don't know if those are just rocks or if it is a marker, monument of some sort. Oh, okay. There's a marker. It had a. I'm guessing it had a taller section that has come off and fallen. Haze. That's no way to tell if it's even buried there or what happened to it. As the ground is troublesome, to say the least, through here. Oh, okay. Nailed over. Birthday and death day are the same days. Okay. Okay. Need a second. Yeah, it's much bigger than I expected. Another area marker. It's kind of a cool shape. Fence. Another fence markers. Assuming the fence is long gone. See what these are. Try to read. Scylla Mitchell? Can't make out the name. Last name is definitely Mitchell. JT, maybe. Died 1898. Oh, yeah. Mary Amanda. I don't know if you can see that on screen. I can see, look. Mary Amanda, daughter of JT and Scylla Mitchell. Died 1887. So that's the daughter of that one I just showed you. And all that new growth is back that direction. I haven't even gotten into that yet. And I've got quite a ways to go, it looks like. Lots of markers like that here. Let's see. Lots of newer ones. Also, I think. Amen on that. William McDonald at 1917. John Waters, 1866-1936. Those are just, that's weird. That's just a piece of iron, inch thick iron that sticking out of the ground. Under that piece right there. That's part of a marker, a boundary marker. Can't even be sure anymore. When I'm just hoping all the spiders are gone for the season, going south. Oh, wow, that's a, okay, let's go see what that is. With as many as I'm finding, you have to assume this entire area was covered in markers that have been lost. It's a new, more new growth right there. I want to get to that enclosed area back there. Eventually, I will get there. This is maybe 4 feet tall, maybe. Can't read what any of that says. It's far too faded. Maybe a 29. There's an HA. Having trouble recording right through here just because the ground is dangerous to say the least. Very rolly, and a lot of areas that are just piled rocks. And one of these underbrush, small trees. So I'm having to pay really very close attention. The ground. You can see all of this. There's more back up in there. I'm gonna try anyway. There's the top of a marker. Head piece is falling off somewhere. Disappeared. This is somewhat dangerous. See, I see these. I don't know if they're part of a grave or they're covering. Like this, because that area underneath it is sunken in, and somebody used those rocks to try to cover. Or say this. As you can see, it's pretty dense going in here. Goodson. Another pretty populated area right here. At least lots of holes in the ground. I'm walking around at the moment. J.O. Goodson died August 1925. His wife, Kate Jenkins, died 1927. That is kind of unusual to have her to have a separate name than him in those years. Oh, hopefully a strong woman right there. And here's Winnie Jenkins, their daughter. I just step around. David M. is son, perhaps. J.O. and Katie Goodson, another son. Their son. They have a lot of children buried here. Very young children, unfortunately. Anybody ever tells you the world is getting worse, remember these. Yeah, Monroe and Melinda Goodson. We're in the Goodson area. All the rocks there, I have no doubt that is a unmarked grave. And up on that walled area, these two. George Jed Ward died 1850 maybe. Have to read all of these, they're so old. Josh Johnson, perhaps, died September 3rd, 1852. Right there. So yeah, this is, and this wall here, this is the concrete. Big area. Anna Lou Pinion, wife of J.F. Rogers, 1870 to 1900. So she was 30. And then there's Anna Lou, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. J.F. Rogers, who was born in 1897 and died in 1900. The same year, 6 months apart. Margaret C. Rogers, 1864. That's a little easier going this direction. Since as usual, I forgot my gloves. John Rogers, Nancy Rogers Irwin. We're in the Rogers section. William Rogers, 1880. One of them died in 1883. Broken stones in there. Joseph C. Rogers, 1916. Now, a lot of these are probably footstones. There's some 1940. Oh. It's unexpected. Clark Rogers, 1977. Still, that's almost 50 years. Oh. I don't know. That's polished stone on that face. I'm guessing that's a hit marker that's fallen over. See on the bottom, there are marks and it's rough on the bottom. Maybe it's fallen face down. Oh. There is no way for me to adjust that. Sorry, that's just too much. Try not to move too much. Oh, here's a let's see, a military one. Clark Rogers, Private First Class, U.S. Army, World War I. He survived it. Lived till 1977. Imagine the changes he saw in the world from World War I to the mid-70s. I'm still in this concrete walled section, and there's more out there. Let's see. Let's see. Get over this wall here. John NG. Can't make it out any more than that. Except to know there is script carved into it. But it's very similar to that other big one in design right there that we saw earlier. Okay. Another big piece of iron in the ground. Right there. Same look as the other pieces. Wondering if those were used as markers, boundary markers at some point. Oh, that's a cage. Small cage. That's child-sized. Looks like it had a top on it at one point. These pieces here, it's all broken off. And then you have these spikes, like alternating the spike and a bar over the top of it. And there is a stone in there, but it's fallen over. Wow. Get over to this collection. Sacred to the memory of Sarah Fuel Stroup, born 1784, died 1860. Third wife of Jacob. Alright, so Jacob had it going on. You know, that's really, those aren't carved in. Those are like, those are letters you would buy, press on letters. Someone done that later. Let's see who this is. I have to read. Son of someone. Sarah Stroup. That is Sarah Stroup. So this is her son. Probably Jacob also. I wonder why that one's not marked though. Ilsa? Timona? Again, possible to read. That strange one right there. I can get to. It's impossible. We got his third wife. I wonder if his second and first wife are in here. Again, vinyl stick-on letters. Sacred, misspelled with a T. The memory, misspelled with an extra E, of Iron Master Jacob Stroup, born 1771. That is before the American Revolution. Died 1846. Great-great-grandfather, John R. Jackson. And a phone number. Oh. Yeah, that is unusual. Tried to preserve that as best they could. Someone's trying, or tried. I do want to remind you, if you ever are out like this, be very, very careful. You can run into deep holes like that. And if you're not careful, you may need help getting out. So, headed back up towards where we started up in that new growth area. In there now. To make my walk a little easier, I came up back on the roadway. And here we go. Stell Baker died 1903. Yeah, I knew there were a lot more in here. In this wooded area. Oh, that's nice. That's unusual. It's very nice still. Susan Davis, 1836 to 1896. And Joseph Davis, 1832, 1903. Exactly. October 29th for both of those. Yeah. You can kind of see what I'm trying to get through now. Okay. Usual. One is 1870. 54 years. Which is somewhat unusual for this. Looking for the easiest way through this. There's another one right there with the top stone. It's fallen over. Now completely illegible. Frank Fathom, 1913. Yes. Mother E.T. Fathom, 1926. After fighting this, I do hope all of you are entertained. Ow! Oh. There's that clear section we saw earlier. The cones and chitwood. Oh, I'm guessing that is the majority of it. Or at least parts I can find. So well, thanks for watching. I will tromp back to my vehicle now.